Hello everybody, hello Eswatini, hello world, and welcome to another episode of Represent with your boy, the courtesy of hip-hop, aka the Black Superman, the facilitator, aka ain't you that brother from TV? Okay, coming, fire coming up, coming soon. You better
write it down.
Yeah.
So yeah, there's that, and I used to grow up just watching them. Most of the time, I never used to dabble into it, but rather just watch from a distance. Like, that looks cool. Still trying to figure out what I really want.
Yeah.
So it happened like in primary, grade 6 when I first got my keyboard. From both my mom and dad. So.
Was it a random thing, or did they pick up on the fact that maybe you have some sort of a liking for
it was
the music
so
instruments?
random. I was like, what?
Out of the blue.
Yeah, I was
they're like, yeah, hold this.
Why me?
Yeah.
So I was like, what's this big thing? So it was like those summer festive type of seasons. So it came with a wrapper. So then I unwrapped it and I saw these keys. I'm like, oh, that's cool. Let's turn it on. Let's see what it does.
Yeah, let's see what it do.
Yeah. So then at that time, everyone was like in the lounge, I would say. So then when I turned it on, the first thing that happened, I pressed one note. As soon as I pressed it, sound started. Everything came together.
Like,
I'm like, I really got this.
So I can make this thing crack.
Yes, that was probably that was probably the first starting step. Then from then it continued to grade 7. That's when I had a teacher who actually was teaching piano lessons at that time. So I found interest in that, so I jumped onto that, and then he realized, actually picked up that, you actually can play. Who taught you?
You got it.
I'm like, I got experience in it. So yeah, man, that's how it started. Then when I recall correctly, my mom was actually the first one to teach my first 3 notes.
Oh snap!
Yeah, it's crazy. Huh?
Oh, shout out to mom though. Mom is the plug. I mean, we definitely need these are the beautiful stories we love to hear, where there's a family that just gets behind each other, especially as far as the love for music is concerned. In the building right now, I've got my brother, my big homie, the man that put a microphone in my hand back in the day. Mlungisi Ndwandwe. Well, yeah, I don't know if it's the same one. I'm just saying Mlungisi Ndwandwe. Anyway, shout out to you, Mguni. Welcome to the show. Let's get it. All right, Paige.
Yes,
so now you've discovered that you've got this passion for music, and Ekaya, you've got a bit of support going with that. What happened next? How did you move from this being a hobby of something that you do in the living room at the house to something that you actually consider to taking into the studio? Okay,
so then as primary school, it then developed to high school.
Right.
So most of the times high school, I was that kid who usually goes to the hall and plays the little keys, because it was like a grand piano thing.
Which high school is this?
In Jabulani.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
he's in Jab's kid.
Jab's kid. So yeah, that's when my talent sort of kind of grew from that experience. And then at that time, music was not really part of the curriculum at that time.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So then I had no other option but rather to find another person to teach me like music theory and those stuff, because I was like an inquisitive kid, would I say, you know what I mean? Just trying to find, you know what I mean? Find other things to do besides ball, because, basketball.
That was what everybody was doing,
Yeah, just to find out how that goes. So music theory then, came about, and, at that time, with those 3 notes, because it was just 3 notes I knew.
Just those 3 notes.
And I
Shout out to mom again.
You feel me for the 3 notes. So, after those 3 notes, I feel like I developed from then to understand, okay, so when I play this, it's actually called like this. You're not supposed to play like this, and then it just, it grew, and then that's when I found the interest in like digital stuff, like my production stuff, like finding out how softwares work if I want to make music. You know what I mean? So instead of the grand, now I jumped onto the keyboard.
Oh yeah.
And that's when I discovered my love for like softwares and that type of thing. And I remember the first thing I bought was a computer mic. I'm like, okay, we've got these instrumentals now. We need a vocalist.
Let's see what we can do. Yeah.
But at that time, no one, I had no one backing me up, because it's still coming up. No one really believes in it. So I'm like, who's a vocalist that I know of? I'm like, oh, it's me. I've got a voice. Let me try and see how it goes.
Yeah.
So then I tried, with the computer mic. yeah, things, you know, came about. That's when my venture into studio production,
Okay.
you know, kind of started. And I'm like, then first few 2 singles came out, you know, they were not really.
Yeah, and of course. I mean, you got to start somewhere.
Yeah, but it was not so bad because it was just like, you know what I mean? I was just so happy that, I've got proof.
You actually did something.
Yeah, like I can play my music without me actually playing live. So that's kind of cool.
Yeah.
So that happened. So then after that, I talked to Mamzo. I'm like, please plug me with studio time. And it needs some qualities, some money, you know what I mean? So then she's like, then she thought about it, and then that's when I first got into studio. And that's when I was about like 13, 14.
Oh, snap.
Yeah, it was crazy. I jumped with Slim.
Slim,
shout out to Q. I jumped with him first in the booth. So that was a nice, very great experience, man.
Yeah.
That's when I made, that's when I made like beautiful records, records where I can play and you actually believe that I can do this, you know.
Okay.
So that was like the first step I can take to convince, because our family is about doing music,
Yeah.
So I feel like that was like the first direction I took with that venture in mind. So that's when I played them the song. They're like, oh, it doesn't sound so bad,
dude.
Yeah, man.
I love it, man. So in terms of just like some of your earlier productions, is there something that maybe we know, some that got into radio, some that like blew up?
Yeah. I dropped City of God. I think City of God just dropped after Matric, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that was
All right.
That was a beautiful experience. Then a couple of music videos then followed, and then I dropped my second tape, which is Confession Booth.
Yeah.
And then I recently just dropped Heaven Only Knows.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Great stuff, man. Tinumuzi Malta, once again, Mvulane, welcome to the show. Always a pleasure to have you in the room with us. We are chilling right here on Represent with the homie Paige. And it's just like telling us the story of where he comes from. All right. Now, obviously, one of the things that we're all sort of like going through right now, and some of us more than others, especially in the art space, there is the situation that we're faced with, lockdown brought in by COVID-19. And I love the fact that, off air, you said one of the things that you're able to do right now is create. But you've created, but you don't have the platforms to actually showcase your creation in terms of live stages, or at least not yet. So what has been your lockdown experience? What are some of your lockdown lessons?
I mean, it's a lot, man. Because at that time I was actually in school, South Africa.
Okay.
Yeah, Eastern Cape.
What are you studying, by the way?
I'm studying Bachelor's of Arts. And, majoring in music, culture, and history.
Oh, snap. Music, culture, and history. You know what I'm saying? We've got some educated, hip-hop artists. And just like to deviate a little bit, that's exactly what hip-hop is about.
You feel me?
Hip-hop is about the movement of knowledge. So we need to shut down this notion or this misconception that if you're going to be an artist, you don't have to go to school.
You know what I mean? You can do both.
It's definitely a no-no. If you're going to be an artist, especially hip-hop artist, you definitely will have to have knowledge for you to pass on. All right, sorry, back to you. You're currently at school, COVID-19 hits, lockdown is looming. What happens?
I'm like, what's going on? Because the first 2 weeks, I'm thinking like it's going to pass, Then I'm like, oh, this thing is actually growing momentum. Yeah. So I figured, because the space I was in at that time was not so very conducive, like in terms of my creative process. Then I figured, no, let me go back home.
Yeah.
So then I get back home, and that's when everything, climax, peaks.
Yeah.
So that's when I feel like I was given more time to jump back, drawing board, figure out what happens next, what have I been doing, you know what I mean? Listen to the work, like, okay, I feel like, hell. Yeah, man. How's everybody feeling? Thank you so much if you just tuned in, just to, introduce myself again. My name is Paige, Yangi the First, Yangi the Great. I also go by the name of Paige. The next song I'm about to do is called Night Shift. When I wrote this song, I was just inspired by just, putting in a certain amount of effort to see a certain amount of results. So it's like you get out what you put in. So yeah, Night Shift. Enjoy. I had to do it on my own, cause these people switching sides, yeah. Sipping all alone, medication for my mind, yeah. What I'm looking for is somebody I could vibe with. Ain't no open door, so tonight I'll do the night shift. Oh, it's the night, focus on the process. Oh, ain't no climax, had to do it my way. Most of my friends jumped the fence on my things, but I'm not wildin', I know where my mind is. Yeah, I'm floating, different type of ocean. Mama told me, music ain't got profit, but your song is different with that logic. Quit that talking, you just keep on watching. Things rotating with squad on some clockwise. I would die for this, yeah, put my whole life. Got my fist in the air, bring my own light. And I've got nothing to fear, tonight is it. I had to do it on my own, cause these people switching sides, yeah. Sipping all alone, medication for my mind. What I'm looking for is somebody I could vibe with. Ain't no open doors, so tonight I'll do the night shift. There's no applause this time, but you know, it's okay. We continue with the program. So the next song I'm about to do is called Job. The real ones remember this song, you know what I mean? It came at such a, you know, a beautiful time in my life, man, you know. This song is inspired by, you know, still on that night shift level, you know, motivated by the grind, but now we kind of like talking on the 9 to 5 level, if you know what I mean. So, Job, man. Yeah, enjoy. From 9 to 5, this hustle bring the hype. Me fuck a spot too if you ever try to mimic mine. Things just kinda lit tonight. This liquor got me feeling right. She do it for the Insta picture. Even though I megabyte, I'm feeling hella nice, but people don't remember right. I'ma squeeze the trigger, get the picture, set the camera like, oh, this is brand my life. The life I planned on living. To get up, wake up and get it. Paper chasing religion. I'm trying to save up a milli. Gotta pay up commitments. I came from humble beginnings. I prayed, oh yeah, I admit it. I'm way up, you can't have the glory. You alone deserve much more. I say, no, you deserve it. All of me. I say, you alone deserve the glory. Yes. And Father, we exalt your name. And you alone deserve it all. I say, no, you deserve it. All of me. One more song. I don't know if you guys remember this one. Yes, and love is easy, yes. So don't you make it hard, don't you make it. Don't you make it hard, don't you make it, don't you make it hard, yes. Can't you see me, see me, see me, yes. Easy one more. Thank you.
So she tried to speak to herself, too shallow to understand the depth of her own hand. Booked into a bed and breakfast wasn't fed until this miss, taken from head to a place where incomplete. His demeanor completed her until she underlined this undefined page, until she overstood the good and bad looks where disbeliefs were mended by a soothsayer. This heart broke until it was bled, led by whiz, dominated her mind until she was blind, dared to see that her memories had legitimated with hatred until self-seeking sook no more. Her past shook through open doors till walls upon floors became ceilings to poles, and the only way of forgetting out of life were sentences of strife. So single words became her solace. No, yes, She tried foreseeing into the future, but it became hope, lessons of hurt when she grappled with the dirt to come, and happiness stopped smiling because in her dreams it was blue and black, but in reality black blew off all the colors of her rain, bow and arrows hands. So if seeing into the future created meaning inconsistencies with the growth of her living abilities, she realized that discontinuing to re-members of the past and terminations of what the future would hold would allow her to discharge self into the here and now, because dreaming had not yet arrived, and the past morning broke and died. So the only thing she had in this time was her to live, breathe, eat, cry, and try again.
And we're back, ladies and gentlemen. We're out here chilling on Represent, coming at you live from BAP City, the Cap City. Shout out to Daniel Toro for DT Photography and DTtv for making this here possible. And shout out to Uncle Kali and Platinum Concepts for the sound system in the background. Daniel Shack is in the building. Sean DeSouza is in the building. The homie Big C's is in the building. Paige just did his thing, Thizzle. He's in the building, man. Man, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's just so beautiful the way you just like switch from vocals to raps and from raps back to vocals.
And gospel incorporated somewhere in there.
You know what I'm saying? Hey, you gotta bring, if you're gonna play the keyboard, you gotta bring in Jesus.
Okay. Also, that's a standard thing.
It's a standard. You know, it's a standard. You gotta bring in Jesus if you're gonna play the keyboard. Joining us now on the couch is my homegirl, Mainstream Main.
How you guys doing?
Hello.
Guys, I'm sorry. Please forgive me. They made me laugh.
We didn't do anything. In the building with us right now, Mtanishwa Simelani says Sipagati inside.
Yeah.
Salute Mguni. Thank you very much. Afia, we see you. Clap with it. Ne Damini is just like fire flame emoji. He's loving what you're doing. And Kim, hello Kim. Wow, back at you. Thank you so much for joining us this evening. That is so lovely to have you. Thank you very much. Mainstream Main, ear on the ground.
Yes.
What's going on out there?
First and foremost, shout out to that one track, Walala Wasala, Siapanda Madala.
Hey, you know, because that's what we do.
We're out there representing, guys. Okay, by the way, first and foremost, I did mention this last week. This is happening today. Happening right now. In fact, in the next couple of minutes as we speak. So it is comedy on Thursday at Chai Executive Lounge. It is going to be laughter all around by Ndura Shakes, Ndosh, Tembela, Elfo, and Sbu. $100 gets you in, and I mean, it's only a couple of minutes to 7:30. And then next we have
and I mean, we need laughter. If there's anything we need right now, after what we just went through, after all from March until now, we need laughter. So do yourself a favor.
It's about time, actually.
It's about
time. And then we have Fantown Chillers. Welcome back, guys. We have Fantown Chillers on Saturday. 50 ml and it gets you in. Space is limited. So please note, if you get there by 2 p.m., you will have...
Done.
You'll sit outside.
You'll sit outside.
You know, it's just on your own. And then after that, cooler boxes and camp chairs are welcome. There's no charge for them. So please do pull up with your squaw.
Pull up.
Yeah, I mean, there's nothing else. And then, evidently, everybody is now coming into Halloween, right? I don't know what culture this is, but people are picking up on it. Firstly, the first Halloween party that's happening is at Malandela's restaurant, right? They have two segments. They have one on Friday and then they have one on Saturday. The one on Friday is happening from 5 p.m. to 7 p.m. And then the one that's happening on Saturday, the actual day of Halloween, the 31st, is going to be from It's going to be happening from 11 a.m. to 7 p.m. And then the other, you may make your reservations at info@malandelas.com, and then there's also a number on their page. No offense.
See what you did there.
I mean. And then the last one is actually the Ends Halloween themed party plus the Tenderness EP launch at Nzimba View on Saturday. So you guys better pull up. And I mean, guys, end the month in a holly jolly mood. Please do. Guys, if it's Halloween themed, stick to the theme.
Show up. You know what I'm saying? Show up.
But then, wait, would you attend a Halloween party?
I probably would.
Do something, go for it, man. Keep on dreaming, bro. There's no, there's no danger in dreaming, bro, as long as you can apply the dedication, apply the time, apply the work. You reap what you sow. You put in, then you get out, you feel me? So do that, chase your dreams, don't stop, don't let them tell you can't, believe in yourself more. Yeah, all the best.
All right,
Avocado
no
tree.
diggity, no
doubts.
doubts. Yeah, the man said you rip what you sow, so you get out what you put in. But first you gotta put it in. Put in the work though. We're gonna sign out with my man Paige giving us a repeat, rewind, remix
Take it all
of
the
that
way
joint
back.
that we spoke about. Let's get it, homie.
Alright. This is Job.
Hey.
Okay, I'm still on my job. But we gonna do this. I say 1, 2, 3. You say yes, I'm on my job. 1, 2, 3. You say what? Yes, I'm on my job. 1, 2, 3. You say I be on my job. Yes. Bati walala wasala. Exisa panda madala. Yes. I say we grinding for Zach, grinding for Zach. Hey, I be on my job. I said I'm staying on my job, yes. Yeah, working from 9 to 5. This hustle bring the hype. Nifaga spot too if you ever try to mimic mine. Things is kinda lit tonight. Just like I got me feeling right. She do before the Insta picture, even though a megabyte. I'm feeling hella nice, but people don't remember right. I'ma squeeze the trigger, get the picture, set the camera right. Oh, this is prima life, the life I plan on living. The get up, wake up and get it. Paper chasing religion, I'm trying to save up a milli. Gotta pay up commitments, I came from humble beginnings. I pray though, yeah, I admit it, I'm way up. Can I reach it? Way up in the ceiling on my A, B, C, D. And for your opinions, yes. Bati walala wasala. Excelsior panda madala. Yes, I say we grinding for Zach. Grinding for Zach. Let's go. 1, 2. I'll be on my job.
I'll be on my job, hey. I
said I'm
said,
still on my job.
I'm
Yes.
still on my job. Yo, Paige, let me get it. Check it.
Let's go.
See, I hop up out the bed, it's a given. The primary plan is to improve on this life that I'm living. I had a money problem, now I got the solution. Sort of a before, current, and after like psycholution. So don't blame me, blame God. It is He who gave me the strength to get this far. And now I am filling my own gas tank. That's why you're not seeing me up at the bus rank. Next stop is the crib, the clothes, the bling. All this because of how I sing. Then they'll want to know about the size of this man's wealth, about as big as my arm on the cover of Men's Health. God made this man made money, and money's about to make this man rich. I said God made this man made money, and money's about to make this Paige holla.
I say this, I say walala wasala. Excelsior panda madala. Yes, I say we grinding for Zach. Grinding for Zach. Hey, I be on my job.
I'll be on my job. Hey,
I'm still on my job.
I said I'm still on my job.
I said I still on my job. Yes.
Still on my job.
I said I'm still on my job.
I said I'm still on my job.
I had to stay on my job.
Hey, still
on my job.
Still on my job.
I said I'm still on my job. Still on my job.
Still on my job. Out.
I had to take that one. You want to be left out.
Peace, love, and happiness. Stay safe and enjoy your weekend.